So let's explain the wiring of a conventional fire alarm system. One, I'll have two outputs. I don't think it will be very clear from your perspective, but you can have a look at this. So remember, I have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, right? That is what goes to the detectors. So every detector is in a zone 1, zone 2. So if we get the alarm, we'll only get alarm from zone 1. We won't know it's a smoke alarm as long as you're looking at the panel, okay? The other thing, we have bell 1 and bell 2, so we can output to two lines. So we can group zones, zone 1 and zone 2, output to bell 1, that is the output signal. So from the main, so this is the cable, I need to follow it. So this is the cable, it goes from zone 1 into the smoke alarm. Look at this. This is the wiring. From the main, from the panel, this is the wire. It goes, the red one goes to number 3, the black one goes to number 1. Then out, I can go from number 4, red, and black still goes from number 3. So that is the smoke alarm. Remember, this thing is pre-designed, so you don't even need to struggle with the where to connect. You just look at the drawings and then you have that. So from this, I go to the next detector, which is the heat detector. Heat detector, so from this cable here which I receive, it goes into, red one goes to number 3, black one goes to number 1. So this is just the termination. Then for out, number 4 and number 3. Then it goes to the next detector. I want to mention this. To check for the status of the detector, we can get a resistor like this and then connect between this 2 and 4, so that we know the status of the detector. That one can also be done at a later stage. Then the next detector is this manual call point. Okay, so for the manual call point, I'll also show you where exactly are we connecting. So to open this, I'll just get my tester and unlock this side, and then we have it. So we'll just have terminal 1 and 2, 1 being red, 2 being black. Remember, because it's the last detector, I'll put an end of line resistor. So for conventional fire alarm, an end of line resistor is mandatory at the end of the line. So remember that part. It's actually key and important. Okay, so once that termination is done, we also look at the output. Remember, this, I forgot to mention, this manual call point usually comes with the quick release key embedded here. So it usually comes. So don't ask, you didn't see it in the packaging. It comes embedded here. So you can just plug it out and then you have your manual call point to set up, so that anytime you have an alarm, you can always push the key to release the alarm after maybe it's completed. Okay, so that aside, the second part is the bell. So this is the wire of the bell. So this one, it goes out into the the sounder strobe. Same way I'll open the manual call point, I'll also do that for the sounder strobe. So I'll just unclip the two signs like that and then open it up. Sorry, I opened the wrong side, so I'll maintain this part should stay put. So you need to be careful when you unlock that. So the good thing with this is it just clips in right in. So from that we get 1 and 2. You'll realize 1 being black, 3 being red, and then we get a resistor to 2 for the conventional sounder strobe. Then we go to the next, which is the alarm bell. So on the alarm bell, this is what we get. I'll also unhook here, this side, unhook here, and then also unhook the 4th point. So that is how it will look like. So the two terminations, so you see the alarm bell has just two, red and brown. So you just connect black to brown, red to red, and then because it's the last bell, I'll add an end of line resistor. So end of line resistor is actually mandatory for the conventional fire alarm system deployment. Okay. So after doing this, we need to simulate the deployment. So look at this. I'll switch on the battery, I'll switch on the mains power supply, and then wait for it to power on. And then we just quickly simulate the test. So it's powering, everything is powering. Then you just go to the normal operation state. So let's just give it a few. So it's now powered and in normal state. So let's start with the manual call point. I'll push it and wait for the alarm to trigger the siren and the panel. So alarm, release it, and then come here to the control panel, push admin so that I enter the admin mode, and then mute the sound and the buzzer. Then I can reset my alarm. So that is that. Then there is the smoke alarm, which we can also do a quick test. So I have a smoke alarm tester. So I'll push it and just spray a little smoke in. So it's, as the smoke diffuses, then it triggers the alarm. You'll even see the status, and then it sends the trigger to the panel. So you see it turned red, then wait for it, it goes. So after this triggers on the panel, I'll mute it by entering the admin, then reset, do buzzer, mute, and sound mute. So you can do that. Remember, I can also tell you that you can trigger emergency evacuation from this. So there's an evacuate here. So you log in as admin, that is level 2, then super admin, that is level 3. Sorry. The smoke alarm was still triggering because it's still detecting smoke within the photoelectric sensor, so I'll reset it first. So let me explain. This will continue detecting as long as there is smoke in here. It will continue triggering the alarm until the smoke clears. So you need to make sure that that is protected. So I'll do this. I'll cover it. I'll also cover this. For the benefit of the demonstration, I'll also cover this. Is it the correct cover? No, this is the correct cover. I just cover that. I wanted to introduce the emergency evacuation, where I'll come to this panel, log in as an admin by pushing admin level 2. Then I'll push to the super admin case, that is level 3, by pushing admin and buzzer mute. So that is, now it's blinking admin control. So when I push evacuate, it's just going to trigger alarms. And then if I've linked this on an evacuation system, it can also trigger something to guide people out. Remember, we have an IP audio system that can also do that. So I'll push, then it just triggers the flashlight, it will trigger the bell. So that is how you can run. So I'll just mute the buzzer and sounder, and then I'll reset because it's an override. So we need to reset so that the alarm goes away. So that is how you deploy the HIKVISION fire alarm system. Quick discussion on the wiring, quick discussion on the general overview of this fire alarm system. So stay tuned as we are going to unleash more and more tips on the conventional fire alarm system and other fire alarm systems as well.